Alright, good morning guys. Pilot S.P.G here. We're here at Memphis. Headed out to Atlanta today. We've got the 737-900. So we're going to go ahead and get fired up.
Diamond, November 772, Charlie Bravo, requesting startup IFR clearance to KSSM.
You can hear in the background that we are on
VATSIM. Two
VATSIM.
people there. I heard the Diamond, so help the Diamond first.
Get the APU running. Okay, low pressure light indicates the flap is
air was
open.
clear. I didn't hear anything. This is Diamond, November 772, Charlie Bravo, requesting startup.
You can see our V pilot box right here. And we actually have
All right, I have a few questions for you.
clearance.
Do you want to
double sent for some reason.
To give you a full route, or do you
Go
just
ahead
want
and start
direct
entering
airport,
this in.
and
So
then
one
for
turn
IFR,
squawk
we don't usually do the
07.
500 altitude. Do you want
23.
2,000 or 10,000?
Go ahead and give me direct to FSM. This is one of my first times flying IFR, so I didn't know how to file it correctly. And I keep forgetting.
You can see this is our route. It's going to be
so,
like a 30-minute flight. It's going to be super
fine.
quick.
I'm not sure what the cloud level is above 5,000. So.
Pretty calm winds this morning.
Well, it looks like the ceiling right now is 2,000.
A little bit of broken clouds, 900. Overcast,
Roger,
2,300.
8,000. If I need to up it, I'll request permission.
Might be a little foggy. These temperatures are pretty close to
All
weather.
right, stand by. Your clearance is on place.
All right, the master caution indicates you can hear the AC cut down as well.
Calling up before.
Go ahead and switch over to the APU power. Verify that.
All right, FedEx 1574, push on a Victor's approved.
Okay, this looks good.
West, please.
No maintenance indications.
Push on the Victor's approved base west.
We'll continue our flow through. And actually, I forgot to check these. Alright, that's okay. The pilot one's working. The passenger one's not working for some reason.
Charlie Bravo, you're clear to Fort Smith via direct. Maintain 3,000. Expect 8,000 in 10 minutes after departure. Departure is 13255, block 530 tree.
Right, cleared direct to Fort Smith. Climb, maintain 3,000, expect 8,000, 10 minutes after. Contact center 13255 and
wind
block
shear.
5303.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Pull up.
Contact me short of Yankee for taxi.
Airspeed low.
Contact you short of Yankee for taxi. It's each other Bravo.
And FedEx 42 Heavy, Arnold Jackson, runway 3600. The winds are 120 at 5, clear for takeoff.
Unafter Jack 3600, clear for takeoff.
Alright, then let's enter in the flight plan. So we're leaving on the BB King 7 departure. Currently transition. And let's go ahead and just pick up the ATIS, see what runway we're going to be leaving off of. We can listen to it if you'd like.
Taxiway Sierra closed between runway 27 and taxiway Bravo. ILS runway 36 right out of service. TDW out of service. Runway 18 right runway alignment indicator lights out of service. Bird activity reported in the vicinity of the airport. Hazardous weather information for Memphis area available from flight service.
Alright, we've got information Bravo. Altimeter is 3009er. Just going to open up our navigation data here a little bit. You can see they're using all the 3-6 runways for departure, so just going to see which one they're going to give us.
Block normal, please.
36 right, Yankee Romeo.
Looks like we'll probably get 3-6 center if I had to guess.
And 2 Charlie Bravo, just make sure you turn on your transponder for me.
Okay, so then we'll go ahead and plug in our arrival,
All good.
which is going to be the Glavin 1. The Russia transition, we'll put that in. Go ahead and get the performance data. We'll enter in this altimeter. Okay. Continue on with our checks. Looks good.
And FedEx 442 Heavy, contact departure. Have a safe flight.
Departure, FedEx 442 Heavy. See ya.
Okay. Load this in. We're going to be flight level 350. If we can even get up that high. Alright, and departure is going to be 132.55. So we'll enter that in. That'll be who we talk to next. Excuse me.
FedEx 1574, rear ready for taxi.
Alright.
On FedEx 1574, runway 18, or
Two flaps 5, we're not too heavy today.
Bravo, Sierra cross runway 27.
Set this to our best rate of climb if the engine goes out.
Taxi via Victor, Bravo, Sierra, cross runway 27.
And then they said we need to maintain 5,000. So we'll set our initial altitude to 5,000. Okay. That checks. Now at this point, we're loaded up. So what we're going to do is, one, we'll release the ground power since we're on the APU. Okay, there it goes. I'm gonna make sure all the doors are closed. I'll just double check. There's no lights illuminating. All the doors are closed. Seatbelt signs on. Packs coming off.
2 Charlie Bravo, I have an amendment to route advice ready.
And
Let me stop here. Go ahead with amendment.
usually I would do this on my phone, guys, because
I'm
it
going
kind
to
of
give you
lags.
a route, the IFR route here, so it's going to be the Elvis 4 departure, West Tree transition, direct to Fort Smith DOR.
But I can show you.
Alright, Ken, one more time, a little slower. I got Elvis 4, and that's where I lost you.
We're right here.
West Tree, and then
You can
direct
see all
to
these
Fort
orange
Smith
lines
DOR,
right here.
Foxtrot Sierra Mike.
They indicate that this is a ramp area, so we don't need permission to back up here.
Alright,
We
so I
need
got
permission to
Elvis
cross
4
these
to
orange
West
lines
3,
from
direct
ATC.
DOR at Fox Sierra Mike.
So,
Teacher Bravo.
with that in mind,
Reback is correct, rest will not change.
what we're going to do is we're going to push back like this.
Copy, Teacher Bravo.
Beacon lights going on. These pumps are coming on. Our center tanks are empty for this flight. Okay. Parking brakes off. Let's get rid of the chocks. Okay, the chocks are removing. And let's do it. So we'll go ahead and turn the right engine on. Starter at least. We're looking for 20% in 2. Here it comes. Right there. Now, the thing about this aircraft is it's a 900. The wings are really far back. You're not going to hear much in terms of engine noise. See, we get the ground crew helping us back up here. We're going to swing this way. Okay, so we've got a good engine start on the right engine. Set that to continuous, and we'll fire the left engine. Okay, there it goes. Alright, I think right about here is probably pretty good for the tug. Set the parking brake. Passed the 20% in 2 already, so we'll fire that engine. I can give you a peek at the outside. My Memphis airport scenery is a little messed up right now because I need to set my GSX profiles so you won't see these weird jetways. Just see the ground crew's doing a good job. Alright. Both engines are looking good. We'll switch over to the engine power there. Generator 1's on. No maintenance lights. Alright. We'll turn on the packs, get some AC going back. Need to set this as well. 350 is our cruise. We can kick on the taxi light. We can set the flaps to 5, which is 3 notches. Okay, they're moving. We've got information Bravo. Now, you guys aren't going to see this. I'm going to switch over to the charts on my phone. It's just much easier. Two seconds here. All right. Parking brake off. We'll go ahead and call for taxi. Memphis Tower, good afternoon. Delta 2001, information Bravo, looking for taxi.
Delta 2001, Memphis Tower, runway 36 center, taxi via Juliet, Romeo.
Okay, 36 center, Juliet, Romeo for Delta 2001. Okay, so this is going to be a real easy taxi, guys. We're going to make a first right here on Juliet and take it almost all the way to the end. So this is Juliet right here. You can see a FedEx. If you didn't know, Memphis is the home of FedEx Hub. It's their home base, so they are the majority of the airport. The terminal and the actual civilian portion of the airport's pretty small. So the 900's a pretty big bird, so we like to give her a little bit of gas here to get her up to speed. We're going to taxi under 30 knots today. We'll go ahead and set our heading to the runway heading 360. Alright. Looking pretty good. I think that FedEx is going 36 right, so that'll be kind of cool. We'll have a simultaneous departure. We'll try and catch up to him here a little bit. All the ground ops here at Memphis. This is payware scenery. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the APU. Go ahead and turn on our weather system. So we'll try and keep it under 30 here. Alright, and we're coming down here. It's the next one will be Hotel, and then we've got Romeo right at the end.
FedEx 1574 Heavy, RNF to Salon, Winter 1205, 3600, clear for takeoff.
Get some military at this air base here.
Salon, 3600, clear for takeoff. FedEx 1574 ahead.
Okay, it's not this one, it's the next one. You can see the FedEx lining up there on the parallel runway. What is that, a 777? Yeah, I think that's a 777 too. Alright, here we go.
And Delta 2001, runway 36 on line and wait might be longer than 30 seconds. Caution, wake turbulence.
Okay, line up and wait 36 center, and we appreciate the heads up on the turbulence. Still 2001. I can't tell if he's on the opposing runway or if he's on the same runway. He's definitely on the same runway, so we'll pull up here and wait until he gets going. I don't know what's taking him so long. Lights are coming on, strobe light. Turn on our traffic. We're just gonna hold on a second. I'm not sure what he's doing. Yeah, see, he was given takeoff clearance and he's just waiting there. We'll wait a second before we start barking. Okay, there he goes, finally. Not sure what he was doing there. Alright, so we're told to line up and wait, so we'll do is try and get it centered, leave as much runway as possible for us. In real life, they use this on the ground to control the steering. And center on the 737 is basically centered with the pilot, so somewhere right about there. Park and brake on. We'll go turn on our clock, reset our fuel usage.
FedEx 1574 Heavy, contact departure now. Have a safe flight.
FedEx guy's kind of all over the place.
Up to departure, FedEx 1574.
Okay, auto throttle's armed. We're ready to go. Okay. Just give us the green light, because we're ready to go. Got another aircraft taxiing down over here. Let's see if we can see him.
Delta 2001, RNAV to Jacks, runway 36 center, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Jacks, 36 center, clear for takeoff, Delta 2001. Okay, there's the
November
takeoff.
772 Charlie Bravo, runway 36 right, line up and wait.
Here we go.
Runway 36 right, 2 Charlie Bravo.
There's those engines, there's the bandsaw. Let's go. Check. We're gonna try not to tail strike, just pull it up slightly. Alright. Wheels are up, let's crank the nose over. Gear up. Alright. I'll let you guys see I'm flying her manually right now.
Delta 2001, contact departure, have a safe flight.
Switching over to departure, have a great one, Delta 2001. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn autopilot on. Can't tell if somebody's talking. Departure, good morning, Delta 2001, passing through 3,200 with you. Okay, flaps are going to come up.
2001 Memphis Center, hello, we're to contact climb maintain 16,000.
Up to 16,000, Delta 2001.
FedEx
Okay.
1574, confirmed climbing 16,000.
One 6,000's locked in.
FedEx 1574, heavy confirmed climbing 16,000.
Told you that FedEx guy's out here. I don't know what he's doing.
FedEx 1574. Who called flight level 360?
Alright, plane's on autopilot right now. It's following our vertical navigation track as well as the linear navigation track.
Memphis Center, hello,
Gears up, we'll turn it off. Turn off the taxi. And we'll go ahead and set the engines to auto. Alright, we're up, passing through 5,000. It's a really smooth morning, even with the cloud cover.
November 172, Roger, clear to Memphis. Actually, correction. Squawk 1333.
1333, November 172.
Alright, there's 7,000. We're in a really nice climb. The aircraft's not very heavy this morning. 3,400 feet per minute's a pretty solid climb. Right on the nose, 250. You can see our actual ground speed though is about almost 300. The higher we get here, the lower the altitude is density-wise, so
Delta 8104, descend and maintain flight level 330.
they don't follow each other. Essentially, we're not doing 250 knots. That's what the airspeed shows, but we're actually going substantially faster over the ground speed.
10 Century 784 to contact Alpha Rocket, flight level 320.
As we come up to 10 here, I'll go ahead and turn off and back on the no smoking sign. The flight attendants know. Passing through 10,000, so let's turn off the landing lights and the wing light. Alright, there's 10. Additionally, you can see the aircraft starting to speed up to a faster climb speed.
Maintain 16,000 for Charlie Bravo. Correction, climb and maintain 8,000. Climb and maintain 8,000, Charlie Bravo.
We'll give you a wing view.
FedEx 1574, climb and maintain flight level 350. FedEx 1574, how do you read?
Yeah, FedEx 1574 just doesn't pay attention.
Roger. Climb and maintain flight level 350. 350, FedEx 1574. Delta 2001, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Up to flight level 350, Delta 2001. Alright, we just cleared up to cruise. I'll set that in the autopilot.
November 172, we're to contact about 61 miles west of Memphis. Cleared to Memphis via present position direct. Maintain, common maintain 6,000, the Memphis altimeter 300 minus.
Right now it's a pretty smooth flight. We're just going to climb up to 350 our cruise. We'll go ahead and drop this down so we can look at the flight computer. I'm going to bump up our cruise speed here. Whoops. So 1544, so as you can see, I mean, this is a really short flight. We're going to be descending in probably about a little less than 20 minutes. We have a nice little tailwind behind us too. It's a quartering tailwind, 21 knots, which is good because as we kind of make this left turn here, that'll help us just a little bit more, give us a little boost, get us in just a little bit quicker. Right, we're coming up on 17,000 here. When we get to 18,000, we're going to go ahead and switch over to standard pressure.
For the 4160, heavy descent and maintain 2,000, turn left heading 260, vector 25.
There's 18, we'll go standard, and all the pressures.
Left 260.
And you can see right now we're burning about 6,000 pounds per hour on each engine with this power setting. So once we get up to cruise, this will significantly roll back, because that's a lot of fuel. You can see if we were to just continue this climb for over an hour, we wouldn't have enough fuel to make it. But the computers are showing us that we should have about 8.4 thousand pounds left at Atlanta. So you can see we're going to get to the top of our cruise here in a second, and it's going to significantly reduce our usage.
Center, good morning, 13665, this is flight 290,
It's surprisingly very...
Boston 3665, Memphis Center, hello, squawk 5534.
This is us right here.
5534, hello.
It's surprisingly very smooth, so let's just check out some turbulence rad reports. Alright, so as we get into Atlanta,
Memphis Center, Diamond 225.
it's going to be pretty smooth actually.
I'm set up on heading 050 per
Maybe a little
tower,
bit of turbulence.
and you've given the instruction of Elvis 4 with Wheatree for departure. When can I expect that Wheatree?
I'm just getting you past a little bit of the MDA, turn left, direct east, correction, west tree.
See weather's starting to pick up.
Roger, thank you for that. Turn
We'll be
left,
landed long
direction
before then.
Wheatree, 2 yard left.
Delta 4116, fly heading 030, join the localizer, runway 36 right. Delta 2001, amend your cruise, common maintain flight level 330.
Flight level 330 for Delta 21. Okay, so they
Delta 8104, leaving Mouse, space data services terminated, circuit schedule for
shorter cruise. We're going to amend this.
Box 3665, ready to contact the finesse. So, natural altimeter is going to be 3015.
Probably gave us that for traffic reasons.
Delta 4116, cross McGee at 2000, cleared ILS 36 right, contact tower 119.7. Thank you so much, take care. Go ahead, November 350, my KMEM Memphis Center. Thursday, Mike Lima, that's on request, number 1. That was very unreadable.
My 10.
1 by 5. November 1728, you can expect ILS 365. Air Fox 105, same lock.
Airbox 80, Airbox 105.
FedEx 1574, same mark.
There's FedEx again, not paying attention. Don't know what that guy's
FedEx
doing.
1574, this is the third or fourth time I've had to call you almost 3 times. So just, how do you read me?
We'll have problems.
AGC's getting pissed. I love it.
Thank
Pay
you.
attention. I'm sitting here watching
Good
TikTok.
morning, Mr. Rickon, 26 Children Policy Center. American 1096 Memphis Center, Fox 7757. Fox 7757. Fox 105, maintain Mach 0.78 airlock.
Maintaining Mach 0.78, Air Fox 105.
FedEx 1574, maintain Mach 0.882 or greater.
Let's see if he responds.
82 or greater, FedEx 1574.
November 350, Mike Lima, I'm going to have a reroute for you, most likely to give me about another minute or so. I can tell you to take for the contact South Hot Springs, but I'll retrieve that.
Alright, coming up on 330. Let's see, we'll level out here. I'll turn off the fasten seatbelt sign and the plane should pick up speed. We'll check too. We're almost out of the airspace right before Ruth, so right before our top of descent. Which again, it's in about 9 minutes, so you'll see we'll pick him up here now that we're on cruise. Seatbelt signs off.
Walker 3665, contact Nashville, first 109.5.
419.5, Walker 3665.
You too. Fox 105 to set a maintain flight level 330.
Descending to flight level 330, Air Fox 105.
FedEx 1574, heavy descend and maintain flight level 310.
Descend and maintain flight level 310, FedEx 1574.
Alright, he's back in the cockpit now. Alright, we're looking pretty good. We might need a little top off of some hydraulic fluid when we land, but the pressure's stable, and some oil will probably touch up as well, but she's looking fine. We're not running any lights, any indications, no master cautions. It's a nice, good flight so far. Let's just see if anybody's online in Atlanta. So they're not.
Yeah, 305 Mike Lima, either current device ready to copy.
So, that means a couple things.
November 0 Mike Lima, clear to Memphis via
Lanes we can plug in.
via radar vectors Razorback, that's Romeo Zulu Charlie, to join the Barbecue 3 arrival. That is Bravo Romeo Bravo Bravo Quebec 3 arrival Maintain
Okay,
5,000.
fixed.
Expect flight level 350
So,
when 0
probably
minutes
come
after
in
departure.
like,
Departure is east, west
8 right or 9
5522.
left. And let's just see what SimBrief has given us. Let's pick up. Usually the most accurate. So they're giving us 8 left. So I'm just gonna plug that in.
Is there Mike Lima read back correct? Comment for actually correction. Comment holding short of the runway. Taxi is your discretion.
Get a little discontinuity. Just connect it. Alright, there we go.
Okay, FedEx 1574, what's going on? So I have the aircraft side by side to you that's actually descending, and you're descending at a very slow rate. Are you able to control your aircraft?
They're 1574.
Yeah, it's going at 1,600 feet per minute.
He has no idea what he's doing.
After departure, good day, FedEx 235 Heavy, passing 2000.
We can kind of prep the aircraft for landing here. Outer brake 3. ILS frequency 1093.
FedEx 235 Heavy Memphis Center radar contact. Climb maintain 16,000.
Climb 16,000, FedEx 235 Heavy.
November 1728 descend and maintain 2,000. Fly heading 130 back to their final.
20,000, fly heading 130, back to your normal 128.
FedEx 442 Mass Station service is terminated. Percentage approved.
Okay.
Forward advisory, FedEx 442 Heavy, we'll see you.
Get glide slope activated. It's a 9,000 foot runway. That's plenty of stop.
November 350 Mike Lima, roger. Actually, stand by 1.
And I'll just plug in that out.
035 Mike Lima, fly runway heading runway 2, correction, runway 8, clear for takeoff. Mike Lima, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 260. That's going to be your final. Stay altitude leaving. Mike Lima, read correction, roger. Clear direct Razorback. Proceed on course.
So now you can see we're doing about 510 knots on the ground speed. I mean, that's really fast. We're almost doing 600 miles an hour. And you can see here our fuel flow dropped to about half of what it was on each engine. And I mean, we're still pushing. I mean, we're at 94.1, so I mean, we're still pushing to keep up with the speed. It's a short flight, so Delta allows us to, you know, spend a little bit extra.
FedEx 235 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Line 380, FedEx 235 Heavy.
Any minute here. As you can see, this is this ATC's border here that we're coming up on. So, probably in about, I don't know, 40 miles, 30 miles, he'll probably give us a handoff. We're going to have to start our descent really soon here, so let me open up our legs and see. We're going to descend to 5,000 feet.
Memphis Center, JetBlue 332, climbing 1,500 for 5,000. RNAV Jax.
November 1728, flighting 090.
So the cool thing about the 7.3 is since we got VNAV enabled, It'll take
JetBlue
us
332, Memphis Center, hello,
keep
radar
us
contact, climb maintain
on the
16,000.
arrival course.
Let me maintain 16,000, JetBlue 332.
And keep us
November
in
172,
between
sliding
the
030, join the localizer, runway 36 left.
See, it sets it all up for us.
202,
Keeps things nice and easy.
I'm going over to 2 left, or 267 and 1
FedEx 1574, leaving Mara Space, Indies closed, radar service is terminated, frequency change approved, keep the speed up for traffic behind you.
Alright, I'll keep the speed up for traffic and over to advisory 162 definitely, FedEx 1574.
Fox 105, thanks for your help earlier, radar service is terminated, frequency change approved, keep the speed up.
Thanks for the service, Air Fox 105.
Sub 2001, radar service is terminated, frequency change approved.
Switch in, thanks for the great service. Yeah, Delta 2001.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we can switch
Attention all aircraft,
to
Memphis service closed in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Cool, just before it closed.
November 1.
So what we'll do is we'll monitor this frequency until we get about 50 miles out, and then I'll switch over to the Atlanta CTAF, which we can figure that out by just doing this. So that's going to be 191. Since there's no tower online in Atlanta, we'll just be announcing our position as we come in and try and avoid any other aircraft in the area. Just trying to make a similar landing. Or departure, I guess you could say. So, I'm just going to do this too. We're going to go over to our handy dandy map. You can see, look how far we've made it so far. You can see there's quite a bit of traffic in Atlanta, so I want to come here and I want to see, look, these are all the arrivals coming into ATL. So you can see, here we are right here in Delta 2001, 14 minutes. There's a 777 coming in. There's a A350. And then after that, it looks like the next traffic's going to be here in about 40 minutes. So we probably won't have any problems getting in. And in fact, since there's not a lot of other traffic, I'm going to go ahead and just keep the speed up here as we descend into the airspace, because there's no point in wasting everybody's time if we can get on the ground just a little bit quicker. There you go, you can see the engine starting to compensate again. And you'll see the aircraft will start to descend automatically. I don't know if I've showed you this yet, but this airplane does have the heads-up display. Here you go, here you can see that on the heads-up display. Coming in pretty quick, 16, 17, 1800 feet. So we're descending, the speed's starting to pick up a little bit as we descend here. Doing about 0.79, probably 0.80 Mach. And you can see our VNAV path. We're right on track with everything. So you see this little purple icon here that shows us our vertical navigation, and this shows us our linear navigation. You can see we're following the path. I don't know if something's wrong with our weather radar. It doesn't look like the weather's going to load in. It's turned all the way up. So when I checked, none of this weather should be hazardous. As we come in, it might just be a little bumpy. But as we get a little bit lower, we'll go ahead and turn on the seatbelt sign as needed. And I can give you an estimate until we're on the ground. We're on the ground at 16:09, so we're talking, what, a little less than 30 minutes, about 25 minutes. Alright, we're descending through 25,000 or flight level 250. You can see we're getting closer to those clouds. Pretty close. The airport at this point about 80 nautical miles out. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch over, see if we can hear any traffic as we approach. You can see now, look at our fuel flow. 1.06, 1.05, so in the descent you can see, I mean, we just burned almost nothing. I mean, 2,000 pounds per hour, that's nothing. On the ground in less than 20 minutes, folks. Go ahead and turn on that fastest so you get just a little bit of turbulence. We can show you outside the aircraft too. It's quiet at Atlanta. I haven't heard any traffic. The good news is we're flying straight in. You can see our heading of 112. The runway heading is 90 degrees. So we're going to be flying straight in. Alright, so as you see here, we're coming through 18,000. Oh. There's a little bit of traffic. We're still showing an altimeter 3018. Got that set up. We'll go ahead and switch over. As you can see, our descent course, our VNAV goes off a little bit. The aircraft will compensate for that. Triangle's back on course. Seatbelt signs on, that's good. We're about to start poking through these clouds here. So far, great flight, no problems, no issues. Aircraft is handling fantastic. We're coming in. This aircraft, I can tell you too, actually, it's, you know, look it up. This aircraft's got a lot of miles on it. Tail number on this bad boy is November 895 Delta November. Wow, it's actually a lot newer than I thought. It's only 7 years old, so not too shabby. I thought she was much older. Usually Delta flies some of the old birds. coming down. It's funny, the clouds always seem like they're...
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1916, taxiing on runway 9 left via Lima, Atlanta.
We're crossing 11 right now. See the wings bouncing around a little bit, just a little bit of turbulence as we come in. Coming off these cloud tops. A little bit of rough air. Looks like a nice cloudy Sunday morning in Atlanta. Rough air. It's always when we're going through the clouds. Get back into the cockpit. Oops. Alright, we're passing through 10,000, so we really need to start slowing down the aircraft here and get below 250 knots. I'm actually going to go ahead and extend the speed brake just a little bit here. If you don't know what the speed brake is, I'm happy to show you. It's the spoilers that come up, just slowing the aircraft down. There's a speed restriction under 10,000, 250, which you can see I'm violating slightly. We're also turn on our landing lights, turn on the continuous engines. This looks good. And we're going to set our landing speed, which is going to be flaps 30, 139 knots. By double clicking the VNAV button, I actually let the aircraft take over the speed. So we're coming in. You can see the aircraft's telling us, hey, drag is required, which we got out. Let's see, we're slowing down real nice. And that message should disappear here in just a second. There it goes. Slowly let this forward. Oh, my allergies today are driving me crazy. Alright, we'll arm our speed brake there. You can see it's armed. We're slowly coming down. You can just make up the ground there a little bit. Make a call here in just a minute. See, I'm not sure what this person's doing. Atlanta traffic, Delta 2001, left base, runway 8 left, Atlanta. I'm not sure what this guy's doing, so we're going to try and avoid him. We are on a left base here, so as we turn for final, we'll
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1916, lining up runway 9 or left. Traffic downfield, if you want to cross, I'll wait.
So it looks like there's a guy lining up on the runway to take off, 9 left, which is a parallel runway to us. It's no conflict at all to us. 193, 095, 193, 193, 095095. Okay, this aircraft is set up. Okay, here we go. Atlanta traffic, Delta 2001, turning 20 mile final, runway 8 left, Atlanta. Gotta watch this guy, I don't know what he's doing. These people, man, they don't talk on CTAF and they just fly wherever they want to fly. So we're just gonna slow way down here. Yes, in the city it's going to go for 8 left. Not talk to anybody. Hold on. This is why people should not fly VATSIM if they have no idea what they're doing. Let's see. He's on the right. Alright, he's listening. Maybe he's following us in. Alright, I thought he was a little bit closer. Got me nervous there for a second. Alright, we're flaps 2. You can see the runway right ahead.
Line of traffic, Delta 1916, taking off runway 9 or left, RNAV grid, Atlanta.
Alright, so this guy's taking off on this runway right here, if you can see it. See, the weather's changing a little bit on us as we're coming in. So we're not going to really slow down. In fact, we might speed up just a little bit here for the traffic behind us until we get about 10 miles out. Because you see Atlanta can get busy. In fact, Atlanta can get so busy sometimes we can have 4 aircraft literally landing next to us at the same time on all these parallel runways, which is pretty cool to see. Activate our approach. You can see the aircraft's picking it up. It's getting on the walls here. This is going to guide us right into the runway. This is called the Cat 3 approach, and the reason we would use this is if visibility was so low that we're not able to make out the airport, but the aircraft can use its equipment and radio frequencies here.
Line of traffic, last call, Delta 1916, clear runway 9 or left. Continue RNAV grid, Atlanta.
You can hear that guy's engines rumbling. You can see him right here on the TCAS. He's below us 2,200 feet, but he is climbing, which the arrow indicates. Alright, so we're about 10 miles in. We'll start slowing down. Atlanta traffic, Delta 2001, 10 mile final, runway 8 left, Atlanta. You can see I'm just making calls. I'll make one more call. As we get closer. Alright, so now we can kind of start to slow down the aircraft in increments here. Got our speed of 139 plugged in. It's really nice and beautiful morning. Not a lot of wind. We'll select flaps 5. You can see the cage came up. So if I did one more flap, this red bar would come down, which you'll see in a minute.
2,500.
It's 2,500 feet. We'll go ahead and put our gear down. We'll go flaps 10. You can see the red come down. You can hear and feel the aircraft starting to slow down. Okay, we've got 3 greens, gears down. Engines are set to continuous, lights are on. Slow to 160, which is kind of our approach speed. As we slow, we'll go ahead and continue adding flaps. It's flaps 15. You can see downtown Atlanta to our left. Go flaps 20. just start slowing a little bit more the closer we get. Look, it's target. And then what I'll do here in just a second is I'll go ahead and take over the aircraft. My feet will go onto the rudder pedals. Alright, we're 1,000 above.
1,000.
My aircraft is the autopilot. I'm manually flying her in. We're going to slow to our VREF. We go flaps 30.
Field traffic, KLM 621 heavy, 10 mile final, runway 8 left.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 2001, short final, 8 left. Just letting everybody know where we're at. It's pretty smooth. It's a little bumpy, but it's really not bad. You can see the pappies. We got 2 white, 2 red. The way we remember the pappies
400.
is all red, you're dead. All white, you'll fly all night. So we're right on 2 whites, 2 reds.
200.
I'm going to go ahead and take manual throttle. Auto throttle's disengaged. We're a little off the pappy, but I'm not concerned about
100.
it. We're set up right for the touchdown zone. There's the inner
50,
marker beacon.
40, 30, 20,
Throttle goes to nothing.
10.
We overran it a little bit. Let's stick it. Nice landing. Really nice landing. Full reverse. Right on the center line. There's 60 knots. Alright. We're going to let the plane... Okay, I've got brakes. Pull off the runway here. Continuing to slow down. Flaps are going to come up. Landing light can come off. Atlanta traffic, Delta 2001, clear of 8 left, taxiing in the ramp. Good day. Okay, we can go ahead and get the aircraft cleaned up here. Go ahead and get the APU fired up. Release the cabin pressure. Alright, flaps are all the way up. Let's give the aircraft a little bit of power here. We'll go ahead and turn our TCAS to the ground mode.
Hartsfield traffic, KLM 621 heavy, short final, runway 8 left.
Okay. Alright, so now we're just going to taxi again. Might be pretty cool to see this KLM land right in front of us. I'll taxi up here a little bit, that way we can see this guy come in. See, he's coming in really nice. Okay, there's a master caution. That's our APU. Switch over. Looks good. Alright, we're gonna hold right here. Watch this guy. We'll slow down. Oh wow, look at that, that's butter. Wow, he buttered that shit. Atlanta traffic, Delta 2001, crossing 8 right, KLM, you buttered it.
Yeah, KLM, I was spotting you from the ATC tower.
LOL, people are watching. Alright. We're crossing over. We'll just pull right into our other Delta traffic right up here. It looks like maybe an A320, A321.
Flat traffic count 621 heavy vacated runway 11.
What a boss, and he doesn't even respond to anybody. He's just like, yep, I just stuck the landing. Big whoop. Yep, looks like an A321. I think he took a little bit too big of a parking space for him, but that's alright. Too small a parking space, I should say. So we'll pull in right here. Landing light comes off. Go ahead and kill left engine. Alright, just a little bit further here. And hard brake, which everybody likes. Parking brake on, anti-collision going off. Welcome to Atlanta, guys. And you gotta love the ground crew, huh?
The boarding requested.
Just short, maybe what, 20 feet? People should be able to walk across that. So we'll go ahead and get some ground power. Looks like it's connecting. Alright, we got ground power. AP.
Vessel traffic count 621 heavy vacated and clear all runways.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Alright. And then let's just check. See, we landed 196 feet per minute, which is fine. We should land anywhere from 180 to 210 in that aircraft, in the 737-900. You can see here's our path. It always gives me a flight submission error, but trust me, it's submitted. So we appreciate you guys flying with us today, and we hope to have you fly again with us next time. Until next time, let me see if I can give you a little shot of the ground crew. Yep. You can see everybody exiting the aircraft here, just magically walking across this 20-foot gap. And I love it how people have to duck out of the aircraft. In real life, you don't have to do that, but you know, it's a sim. What can you say? Thanks again, gentlemen. See ya.